July 24th, 1897, in Ashton, Kansas, in my grandmother's house. I came from a wealthy family. When I was 7, my father took the whole family to the World's St. Louis Fair in Missouri. My younger sister Merle and I saw a roller coaster. It was very big. When me and my sister got home, we made a second version of that roller coaster. We put it on our shed. When we were done, I got to test it first. I loved going fast. It was as if I was flying through the air. In the 8th grade, I went to another fair. It was the Iowa State Fair. This is where I saw my first airplane. My teenage years were hard. My father could not keep a job. My mother took me and my sister to Chicago, where I attended a private school for girls. In the fall of 1916, I was 19 years old and I was starting a new adventure. I boarded a train for Ognat School in Pennsylvania. I was a good athlete and elected vice president of my class my second year. Well, Ognat's the second year. While I was at Ognat's, the United States entered the First World War. I helped take care of wounded soldiers in Toronto, Canada until World War I was over. In 1918, I enrolled at Columbia University in New York City. I wanted a career, but I just couldn't decide what career I wanted. In 1920, I quitted school at Columbia and went to Los Angeles. My family was back together again. On Christmas Day in 1920, I was 23 years old and my life changed. My father and I were at Long Beach, California, watching a big air show. I was fascinated by the plane. 3 days later, my dad took me to Roger Field. It was there I had my first airplane ride. After that, I knew I was going to become a pilot. On December 15, 1921, I received my pilot's license. For 3 years, I flew in flying shows and worked at the shows to earn money. In 1924, I temporarily gave up my dream of flying. I sold my plane, the Canary, and used the money to buy a car. It was a yellow convertible named the Yellow Dome. I moved to Boston and took care of four children. I still flew on weekends. On June 18, 1928, I was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. I was a hero. People thought I was very brave. However, I did not fly the plane. I was only a passenger. William Stoltz and Slim Gordon flew the plane. In 1929, I was the best known pilot in America. A week before I turned 32, I purchased a second-hand Lockheed Vega, a plane used for distance and speed. On August 25, 1929, I finished 3rd place in the women's air derby. In November 1929, I hoped to start a new airline. In the fall of 1929, it was the start of the Great Depression. A lot of people lost their jobs. My father was ill, and I felt I had a duty to keep earning money for my family. In the summer of 1930, I set 3 new speed records. I was doing exactly what I dreamed of doing. September of 1930, my father found out he had cancer and he passed away. On February 7, 1931, I married my longtime manager, George Putnam. Even though I got married, my last name remained Earhart. On January morning in 1932, I decided to fly the Atlantic Ocean alone. On May 20th, 1932, I took off to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. I was 34 years old. I believed that women should be able to do the same things that men did. I had my own clothing line. My photo appeared in many magazines. On January 11, 1935, I was the first woman to fly from Honolulu to California. It took me 18 and a half hours to fly over the Pacific Ocean. That was another one for the record book. On June 1st, 1937, I decided to take my biggest challenge of all. I started my flight around the world. On July 2nd, 1937, I was nearly done with my flight across the world. Unfortunately, I never made it to my final destination. I was never heard from again. My disappearance is a mystery to the world. What I liked most about Amelia Earhart was she was an adventurer, brave, smart, and a leader for women. What I thought was interesting about her was she vanished out of nowhere. What I will remember most about Amelia Earhart is she never gave up and she never stopped.